Hey, it's Sean with Ilmo Entertainment. I'm here with Ivan Moody of Five Finger Death Punch. Ivan, congratulations on War's the Answer.
Thank you.
You guys are probably one of the top rising metal bands out there, and have been even since Way of the Fist.
Yeah, 3 years going, 3.5 years now. A lot of hard work, man. I think, a lot of people, they over, I don't want to say take it for granted, but, it takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of road time and countless shows and sweat and blood to even be in this position. So it's an honor for us to have that kind of reaction. Our fans have been loyal to us from day one, and they just keep getting stronger and stronger. So pretty amazing feeling.
Congratulations. Now, when you guys write songs like Hard to See, Bleeding, Bulletproof, which was my favorite off the
it's a good one.
How does that work? I mean, is it you writing? Is it Zoltan, or is it Matt and bringing the whole group together?
The band actually writes all the music. I don't play an instrument really. I mean, I do, but it's not good enough to compete with those guys. So I have the utmost faith and confidence in my boys. They write all the material. 3/4 of the stuff you hear on the album is exactly how it was handed to me, and then I turn around and put my lyrics and my melodies and harmonies over it.
Right.
We go on trust. I mean, we all honor each other's abilities and know that as musicians and artists, that you don't want to go stepping all over everybody's toes. Sometimes there's too many fingers in the kitchen, so we just let each other be.
Right. I'm sure everybody's proud of what they did.
Absolutely.
Want to keep it like that. Let's talk a little bit about Daryl Roberts' departure from the band. I mean, most people probably just a blip on the radar, but he added a pretty good dynamic to the band. And what does Jason bring to it?
Daryl's still a really good friend of ours, contrary to popular belief. And I know that a lot of bands end on sour notes. But Daryl wanted to go. See, a lot of people don't realize is Daryl only wrote one song on the last album. That was, him and Zoe wrote White Knuckles together.
Okay.
But besides that, the album was done. Zoe had done all the guitar work. Matt, of course, did all the bass work. So when we went back in the studio to try to write this new album, the styles clashed. Daryl wanted to go one direction, and we wanted to go another. And the old saying goes, when the machine's not broken, don't fix it. And we didn't want to change our style so drastically that it became a whole new entity. Jason is a stellar performer and probably one of the best players in the world. I mean, he's played with bands like Vince Neil and Alice Cooper. He's been around the map, and not to mention his solo work. I mean, it shows through on this album. He's a fascinating player. And he's a good guy too, man. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to hang out with, dude. He never stops. He's so witty. It's hilarious. So we think we made the right decision. I mean, who knows? Time will tell. But we don't think we lost anything.
So with Daryl, was he on a part of that album, or was he
on the new one?
Yeah, on the new one. Was there anything from him on there?
There was a song called "Far From Home" on the album that originally Daryl and I sat down and wrote, but the direction he went with it was a little bit different. So what I did was, we talked about it, him and I, and he allowed me to, take my melodies and the things I came up with on it and go to Jason and Zoltan and restructure it and rewrite it. And
that's cool.
But no, besides that, no, he didn't do anything on this album. He's out doing his own thing right now in LA. So.
Okay, we'll wish him luck, I'm sure.
No, most definitely, yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Now, just briefly, I know you guys posted on your website back in September after you released your CD that Zoltan had gone missing in Vegas. Obviously, he's been found.
Kind of put a scare into us, man. Well, see, the thing is Zoe's so responsible that if you can't get a hold of him for an hour and a half, something's up. I mean, he's just that guy. He's always on point. He's always working. What happened was he just shut his phone off. He disappeared and just put his head in a state. He's been doing all the new merch and everything else, and didn't really get a break on the time off. While the rest of us are at home with family and friends, Zoe's in there just cracking away. And so it freaked us out. But, it was kind of funny when he got back a hold of us. He's like, but I'm not allowed to be irresponsible every now and then. We were like, all right, it's cool, man. For me, if I go missing for 3 days, everybody's like, thank you. So it was just different.
All right, Ivan, War is the Answer is out now. Deluxe edition available online. Do you have it with you on the tour as well? Or?
I do. I listen to it all the time. Because there's certain parts that, I'm in love with this CD, and I don't want that to sound superficial or arrogant, but I'm really proud of what we came up with on this record. It's just a whole new level for us. And working with Kevin Churko and Randy Staub, and I'm not tired of it. I was definitely tired of the last album. I mean, how many times do I listen to Ashes before I'm like, I get it. Okay, right, start, bring it. But yeah, I'm really, really proud of this one, man. And I've watched the DVD a couple times. You know, it makes me smile to look back and see some of that road footage, and you know, the fans we've accumulated, dude. To watch some of those shows, and you know, it's a pretty phenomenal feeling, man.
Yeah, I know you guys have grown since the first time I saw you. You know,
Yeah.
there was a handful, and then it's like more than a handful, and then it's like a whole lot.
Were you at Mayhem last year?
I was at Mayhem, and then also when you guys had your EP out on Way of the Fist at a show.
They were Disturbed, who was really good friends of ours, and the Slipknot crew, Machine Head.
Yeah.
They were all there at the Chicago date, Chicago and Detroit, because the main stage, the kids left the main stage, and they couldn't. We couldn't. They were like, "Well, this is bullshit. Where'd all of our fans go?"
Right.
And we went out there, and there's 20,000 kids on the second stage waiting to see us, and they were chanting Death Punch so loud it was shaking the back of the stage. And it was just
great,
man,
phenomenal.
It was cool, man. I just got goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you live your whole life for that kind of feeling, you know.
Sure.
I would hate to put it this way. It's better than sex.
Yeah.
True story. Well, unless you're doing it wrong. Well, then no, I'll leave it. It's better than sex.
We'll let go with that.
There you go.
All right, Ivan. Thank you, and good luck with the new
Anytime.
album. And
Most definitely. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Keep it metal.